So like an idiot, I put BAND-MAID on a poll on my Twitch stream and said I would do a deep dive on puzzle. So I don't know. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to bring up the audio so I can focus on the audio. Nogard is interested in how the melodies flow with the different instruments. In the original live, though. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I want. I mean, they got to flow the same way it did here, right? Let's just give this a listen, shall we? Just the incredible song puzzle. This song this song is, it's massive, isn't it? It is just a massive song. And knowing that we know there's a few different versions of it, and well, I mean, not really few. There's this version, and then there's, the acoustic version, which they both lend to their own kind of interpretations of what's going on. So the overall story of the song is a person who's in love with somebody they can't have because they're in love with somebody else. Right? Chet? So when I listened to this before, I listened to the album version, the live version, and then the acoustic version. And what I got from it was that the full band version is all, there's like a little bit of sass to it, a little bit of attitude, a little bit of I worded it way better than like vitriol to the lyrics, and the acoustic one comes across a lot more forlorn and somber and just sad. I just thought it was really interesting how the same lyrics with a different environment can take on a whole different kind of feel, which, I mean, it makes sense. We've seen it before, but it was just it's one of the heaviest songs they have. It is a massive, heavy song. And to hear it stripped down and then to have Konami's just angelic voice backing up Psyche's vocals, it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing to hear. That's still one of my favorite things I've ever been surprised with in one of these videos, was hearing Konami sing, and it was just, it was wonderful. So let's check this out, guys. I love this song. I love this band. And this is one of the just hugest songs I've ever heard. Dude, listen to that fucking guitars. They're heavy as hell. It's like dun digga digga dun digga digga dun digga dun digga digga dun. It's like chuggy and fucking heavy, and just even more so than I thought it was gonna be. I knew it was heavy. Like the intro was like, this is a heavy song, and now it's like, holy shit. Borderline thrash. Mikito. know this. I love this song. Let's look at chilling. That right there. Mauluka. I love the way she says it. I love her face when she says it in the video. And that was that was like the initial thing when I heard the song the first time. Like that line stuck out to me. Just in the acoustic one when she says that, she's like looking right at the camera and has this little tilt to her head. Just full sass. But the when they changed the rhythm up behind her vocals, everything kind of drops out, and you focus on her vocals. It's like pinpoints right. You pay attention to her, as you should. Everything's really locked in. Rhythm-wise, drums and guitar. I'm trying to think of when I heard. I mean, they do it, but usually, there's so much stuff going on. You don't hear the guitars, and the bass, and the drums locked in that much. That's why it's so heavy. One of the best breakdowns ever. God, that solo. And again, here's that the effect that a lot of people comment about Konami using so much now is that it's in the solo. It's been there the whole time. It's a little more up front now, but it's been there the whole time. And it's some of what makes her solos so strong is it's used a little more subtly, but it's there. And that is like just such a well-crafted solo. I think all her solos are crafted solos. I just fucking make shit up and I'll probably never play it the same again. Hers, she obviously does. But it's crafted so well. And then coming out of that transition from that solo into this whole different feel is just one of my favorite things I've ever heard from them. Just ever. Ever. No, I did it. But the whole da 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 that heavy lead in to the solo. I'm gonna hear what the rhythm is doing behind the solo, but it's just one of the just best constructed sections of a song. I've just never been so pleased with something. It's so good. And what? It's not like, it doesn't just go into rhythm. Like nothing repeats during that solo. It's like it's a whole solo section. You know, it starts out with a rhythm, and then it just changes it a bunch of different. Last time, but yeah, the guitar does repeat, but what Akane's doing is just, it's like a tandem solo between the drums and guitar. One more time. Come on, internet. Monster bass tone. All right, we're gonna hear that again. So it's all just like you're led up to this edge where you want. It's just so brilliant. The guitar, everything breaks down, and she just like it just. I don't know how to explain it. It's a tease. Like the melody is a tease, and then the way the chorus is sang, it just continually builds. It's just she really has a way. They have a way of writing these choruses that build on itself, and I don't know. There's got to be like a more proper way, like technical term for it, but just that repetition. It's like a ramp, and they utilize it so well, and in so many different ways too. It's just this fucking band. That's just it's just one of the best things ever written. That's just one of the best rock songs I've ever heard in my life. That's all. That's all. It's just brilliant, man. And I heard so much stuff I can't even remember. Just different guitar parts, different, just the layers of guitars that come in. Right, leading up that solo. That solo section was just a masterpiece. That whole section. Konami is, oh gosh, she's just amazing. to sit with her for an hour and just, I don't know. I don't even know what I say play music, but I imagine, I wonder if she's a person that could sit and just jam, or if like she just doesn't do that, like just jam on something. I kind of think that she wouldn't be so inclined to do something like that. But just like what I would love to do is present, to see what she would do with like a normal person like me would be like, hey, here's a thing I wrote, and just like hear the first ideas that come to her head. Like, oh, you know, like all the counter melodies and background stuff she comes up with, you know, just all the time to accompany every part of the vocal melodies and all the and like every part of the song is accompanied by something else. And, you know, that's part of what I was talking about before. When a song is constructed, it's constructed as a whole song. It's not guitar parts and bass parts and drum parts. Well, I mean drum parts, but yes. But you know, different guitar parts and vocal parts. It's just a whole song, and then it gets divvied out like what does what, you know. Yeah, I fidget with Allen wrenches while I'm doing this, like all the time. It's either Allen wrenches or picks. I don't know if that qualifies as, I went into that more than I did before, I think. But that's going to be so heavy to check out an instrumental. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about this, because usually a deep dive involves like listening to it, having a plan, taking time to learn stuff, then come back and show you, edit all that shit out so it looks cohesive. Well, I don't usually do that. I do a little bit of that. All right, if I'm going to do this, I got to jump in now. If I wait forever, shit ain't going to be... So this is in drop D flat. Here's what E normally is. Here's D. Here's what it is. I pre-tuned. You'll be happy to know. Let me bring my guitar up. Let me see a little bit. So, what somebody suggested this on the last stream, taking a deep dive at this. So I was like, okay, sure. And then realized it was just a dumb thing to try and do. But here I am. While I was listening to it again today and earlier that day, it's like the music on that is heavy. It's like metal, really metal. The only thing that keeps it from being just full on metal is the vocals, you know? So let's check out some of this again. Okay, this will be a little bit clearer. I want to get this first riff here. Holy shit, she's using her octaves again. And I was trying to play this Tuesday, and I was like, stretch. And that's wrong. What she's doing. Hajime Mashite. I was like, I understand that. I understood what she said. And there's that tension. try and a little less distortion. A little half step. Just waiting for that to come around. I'm gonna use that through the whole thing. Here it gets all metal. Let me get the. That goes up to some higher chords there. This is why I don't do this shit live. So the point, I mean, I don't know what the point was. The point was just it's a great gosh darn song, man. And it's really heavy. And, you know, with the vocals occupying so much of this song, like so much of the song, I don't know what percentage it is over the song, but it's over most of it. Like most songs do not have as much vocals as BAND-MAID has, but they do. Yeah, most bands have 50% or so of the song has vocals over it, or 40% even. BAND-MAID's like 70. The amount of stuff Psyche's saying is just like ridiculous. And you know, so the way she's singing doesn't sound, you know, it's not metal, but what's going on underneath, when you put all that shit together, it is obviously fantastic. I think that happens. I think she does that one time. yeah. It's these little things. There, that's right. Right? The solo. Can I learn it? What is it? All that down tuning just to play an E. There's like a lead in. Oh. So how do you like this so far? I'm curious. Is this boring? Do you like seeing me figure it out? Because I'm going to get lost and forget you're here. But you can hear it coming together. Like, this solo is, it's in fucking Dorian mode, which is my favorite. And you can see I picked up on it pretty quick, because once you hear certain things, you kind of know where it's going to go. But when, when you hear it initially, I'm going to play it again without interrupting it. don't know if it's... God, that is such a weird sound. I don't know if it's doubled, if she's using the harmonizer, or if she actually like doubled it, because there's something... I think it's a harmony. Which I got. I have one. Here. This goes in here. 90 power. That's the wrong power supply. Was it? Oh, that's right. What the fuck? So I can control my little doodad here. I can control how much of the here's the harmonized part. See how low that is? And here's the without that. Now if I put in the stocks, let's listen to that solo again, try and match it. So it sounds really close. So a little less. Right? Pretty close. This is why. Hi. Yes. I told you I'd forget you were here. And this is why people don't figure this shit out on camera. Because it's tedious, because I learned the one part, the middle part, and the last part, and I try and put them together, and it's like trying to remember a Japanese sentence I just learned. It doesn't work until I go over it over and over and over, and it becomes habitual. So if you want me to figure it out, I'm gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is what gets cut out of the YouTube versions. Oh God, the look on Konami's face while watching this, she would probably be either, look at him working so hard at this, or yeah, absolute frustration. Just do this. Just do this. Miku probably can play this by now. It wouldn't surprise me. This is how I learn anyway. It's probably like a horrible way to learn. But I'm trying to, you can see me trying to, section it out, get the first part. But usually what's tricky with anything Konami does, what's tricky is connecting those parts. And because the transition from one part to the next, which there isn't really a transition, it's all one part. But that's so close. Maybe I'll just try and play through. I don't know what you want of me right now. I'm getting there, man. I don't know if you want to see this through or because usually right now I'd give up and come back to it later. Try the other. What do you mean? It's recording. For fuck's sake. I wish I knew if that was right. I think that's... That's a problem. I've taught myself how to, when I tap, I do... Oh, God. Oh, God. So I'm playing, and then I do this. And I hold the pick in my hand like that. Then I go back to pick. But I can't do that fast enough. This is where... essentially the guitar and drums. Okay, I got you. So yeah, I do a pick flip if I just hold it with this finger, because my finger is not, I can't like undo these fingers and hold a pick there like Misa can. I just can't do it. So I hold it here in between my middle finger. So, and that's why it looks like I don't have it. I'm tapping like this. I go back and pick like this, but I can't switch back fast enough to pick the way she does. Konami, when she switches between picking and tapping and everything, and she usually is like, she seriously does like, she's not about efficiency. She's about the best sounding way of doing it as opposed to the easiest or most efficient way to do it. I guess it'd probably be the most efficient if you're going for the best sound, but let me try it. Not sorry. See if I have my guitar low enough. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? That's probably what it is there too. Son of a gun. Is that what that is? Okay, so like that. Right here. What most normal people do would be. She goes. It's just a little difference, but it's maybe not most people, but me. Like. And that goes from doing this, which is easy, to just moving your finger from to a different string. You know what I mean? Ah, fucking nailed it. No, I didn't. Woohoo-ish. Yeah, man. What notes in a mode? Okay, Shabo. So it's tuned down. It's in drop D flat. And so there's D flat. So you tune down a half step, then fucking drop D. But the solo area it's in would be in F sharp, which would be F. Well, yeah. So it's an F. F Aeolian. There you go. I'll take it that is close enough. It is awesome. I don't try and learn too many of her solos because sometimes I like to just leave something alone when I really enjoy it, and not knowing what's going on is part of the fun for people that aren't musicians. Like, if you don't play guitar and you hear a solo, it's just magic, man. It's fucking magic. And it's kind of like, I imagine being an actor and trying to watch a movie. You know the prep behind the scene, the lighting and the makeup and all that bullshit. It's hard for you to just watch it, And I can watch somebody play, hear a song, and I got an idea what's going on. But if I don't know what's actually going on, I can just enjoy it. As soon as I know what's going on, sometimes like, well, that was actually pretty easy. Or sometimes it's like, oh my God, I can never get that right. Sometimes it's just fun not to know. There's a Zakk Wylde lick he does that I would love to know what the hell he does. And I've tried figuring it out and I can't. I just leave it because it's one of the coolest things I've ever heard. And I don't want to know how to do it. One, because I probably couldn't do it anyway. And two, it's neat just not knowing. So what else? I mean, I don't know. What can we can look at the acoustic. This will be interesting. Vocals and drums. Go back a little too far.
はじめましてのそんな一言でパズルピースがはまる音がしただけどきっと君は覚えてない But that's fine with me 憂鬱な闇の中光差し込む居場所くれたら無邪気な笑顔でそのままでいい
This is one of my favorite things I've ever fucking heard. Holy shit, this is fantastic.
だけどきっと君は覚えてない
Dude, if you played this at a fucking club.
That's fine with me 憂鬱な闇の中光差し込む居場所くれたら無邪気な笑顔でそのままでいいと叶わない恋でも何番だって構わないからさねえそんなの嘘だよ見えない知らない苦しいだけだよだけど知りたい渇望に抵抗できない今だけでいいから侵食されてゆけ声に出せば止まらなくなるとして君は抱きしめて外に出れば何でもない二人私だけの願い 甘く溶けてく飴玉みたいに君もいつかは消えてしまうのかずるい視線と香りだけ残して But that's fine with me 一人きりの夜どこで何してんだろう考えるたびに眠れなくなってわがまま言えないいい子にして待てるなんてさもう答えが見えてるできない言えない本当は知ってるつか
This is blowing my fucking mind right now. That is insane. I didn't think it was going to sound so good with nothing but vocals and drums. That is just a whole nother level. And then what Akane does right there, when she goes and just breaks into a musical thing, she doesn't just do fills or drummers are musicians anyway, but like she is so musical when she plays. And what I was saying before, there's parts of the vocals that would be repetitive, but there's some really, really cool stuff going on. Holy shit. That was amazing.
甘く溶けてく飴玉みたいに君もいつかは消えてしまうのか
What is she saying right there? That's my favorite line. That's one I was trying to get Makoto. I was trying to get you to figure out like months ago. What is she saying right there? That's it.
溶けてく飴玉みたいに君もいつかは消えてしまうのかずるい視線と香りだけ残して But that's fine with me 一人きりの夜どこで何してんだろう考えるたびに眠れなくな
Dude, So cool. Still playing it wrong. God, that's just beautiful.
Don't cry 君の抜け殻さ終わりの見えない夢を見たいだけ目覚めてしまうの Don't cry 信じさせてくれ見えない知らない苦しいだけだよだけど知りたい渇望に抵抗できない今だけでいいから侵食
Wow. Good Lord. No, you're right, Prophet. Akane never plays traditional drum rhythm. Every once in a while, she'll stumble across one, and then it's gone as soon as you realize it. I mean, sometimes she'll play a steady beat when it calls for it, but she throws in so much to accompany what is going on in the song, and part of that is because, you know, even though we know she's an insane drummer on her own, Konami still maps out the beats for the song that she wants. If there's something she wants in there, she tells Akane or shows her, you know, here's what I want. And obviously, if she wants to change something, she can change something. But there's reasons, and that's why the drum parts are so musical. Not only because Akane is able to play it, first of all, but because it's thought of by the architect of the music, by Konami, as part of the song, not just the drums to back this song I made. Or here's this riff, put a bass line to it. Here's this riff, play some drums to it. It's all, like I was saying before, it's all a whole song. And she doesn't just play the piano and then be like, here's a guitar part, here's a bass part, figure out the drums. You know, she's like, well, except for Misa, she said that she doesn't worry about suggesting what to do. She just does it. What's up? Give me a minute here and I'll be down a little bit, okay? What was I saying? It's as a whole. It's not just parts put together like most bands. Hey, I got this riff, man. And then everybody else figures out shit to go with it. She's got it all and says, here's the song. And then everybody's like, learns the song. So it's a really, really cool thing.